Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.
All right, we are back here in the HTV studios, and what a day it is. The Vanderbilt girls softball team is in the house. I'm going to get Jason to show a shot of the girls team. Let's get a front shot of them. We don't want to show that back shot. There you go. There they are. Y'all can wave to that camera. Y'all deserve it. Y'all deserve it. And there's the Vanderbilt girls softball team. Coach James Spearman is on the set with me. There you see Coach Spearman. And before I get to the 16th state championship at Vanderbilt Catholic, let me hold this up for the crew. This is, let me bring it in. I started filming in 1980. I was still at Nicholls State University, and I remember borrowing a camera from Dr. Dexter Gary, because I could not afford one as of yet, and brought it to the game and filmed it, and they started this winning streak. There you see some of the footage. I was allowed to go on the field and get candid shots during the game, and of course, we cannot do that today. They only allow us 5 minutes of highlights. So if y'all wonder why we don't set up cameras and do the whole games and all, because we cannot. We are not allowed to do it anymore. They're so strict with that. There's your old coach, Margaret Johnson, making a catch in left field back in the day. There's Michelle Broussard, who finished her career at 88-0. And there's me back in the day when I actually could fit in my pants comfortably. And there's Coach Johnson, who was a player back in the day. And I think her record speaks for herself, and she went on to play at McNeese State. So the reason I'm telling you all this is because I know y'all know there's a history at Vanderbilt with girls softball. When Vanderbilt's girls softball teams are in the state finals of the tournament, it strikes fear in a lot of other teams. And I think y'all know it. Y'all been here 2 years in a row. So I know y'all get it. So Coach Spearman, congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
You kept it going.
Sure did. Yep.
Yeah. Let's talk about, of course, you've been with the team in other roles, and of course pitching coach and doing a lot of different things. But this year, you were the head coach.
Head coach, big difference.
Yeah.
Big difference.
What kind of pressure was it knowing that you've been there before, knowing the tradition of Vanderbilt Catholic girls softball to take over the head coach?
Look, it was an experience, and the biggest thing that was different on it is now you have to make that final decision, and you have to handle the logistics, the scheduling, and you have to put your team, a good team, on the field. And so, fortunately for me, I had a fun group to coach, and made our jobs easier. And you know what happens, Martin, is that at Vanderbilt, these girls don't just kind of walk in not knowing how to play. They walk in knowing how to play. So as coaches, all our job was really to do was just fine-tune the little things.
Yeah.
And we seem to have got our communication right.
Well, y'all have been able to initiate these travel teams over the years. And like you said, I remember when we first started filming Vanderbilt in 1980, when I first started filming them, they had really no experience. People knew they were good athletes. Right. Put them on the field, and Coach Albert was able to develop them and brought in Mr. Buckmaster to help them pitch. And it started just, I remember the first thing I ever shot ended up on ESPN because Michelle Broussard was 88-0. Yeah. I mean, now, all the pitchers now across the state can throw.
They can throw
that fast.
That's right.
But back in the day, she was well ahead of her time. So now you got to be ready every game, don't you?
Every game. There's no doubt about it. We have faced pitchers this year that have thrown into the mid-60s, but a lot of movement. Some of the movement that you're looking at is a rise ball that is presenting as a strike at the thighs, and then at maybe a foot before the plate, it just jumps up. And so those are hard ones. Our pitcher throws a very good rise ball, and we got a curve ball, screw ball, drop ball. And so you have to prepare for everything, and you're always making adjustments during the game according to what the pitcher is throwing at you today. And so we made some good adjustments this year.
I want to talk about the past. Coach Albert, He had 5 state championships. He started that ball rolling in 1980. Coach Gagliano, 1985. She had a state championship. Coach Mary Watley in 1988. Coach Johnson, 1990, 93, 96, 99, 03, 06, 08, and 010. And then Jeremy Duplantis, 2024. And then Coach James Spearman gets that first notch at
That's
2025.
Yeah.
And Coach, just before we get to the girls in the next segment, you didn't have any seniors.
I did not.
You have 2 juniors.
2 juniors. Yep.
You have a young team.
Young team, very talented young team.
Does that just make you excited that you got everybody coming back?
Well, it puts a little more pressure. This year we wound up 53-2, and having everybody come back, people's going to be expecting the same performance. Yeah. And this year when we played some games, we had some games that could have went either way, and we would win 1-0 against Assumption, for instance.
Right.
And so we had some of those games that if it would not have been for that one hit. I think in that game, we hit a double, and then another double back-to-back. I think Hayes hit that and scored the run. And so we had several games that was really close. We were down and then come back. Just like in the state tournament, when we went up 2-0, and then they come up 3-2, and came up in one run ahead of us, 3-2. And so when it was at that point, someone made a comment, and look at Coach Spearman. He is so calm and cool. That is so far from the truth.
Inside.
I mean, look, if I'm in water up here, my feet was doing this, underneath.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, they say pressure is the opportunity to do well. When we come back from the break, we're going to meet the Vanderbilt Catholic softball team. And you're right. It's a fun group, Coach.
It is.
In the green room, they were having fun. So we'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Stay tuned for more Bayou Time Sports, brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System, Community Sports Institute, Barker Honda, and Barker Kia.
All right, just to show you how things work, of course, Coach Spearman just said in the first show, 53-2, and they all caught themselves. The girls will hold them to task. What's the official amount?
35, 33, and 2.
33-2?
Yep.
33-2. All right, so it's an honest mistake, but, if you take the wins from last year, and I think he was trying to add them in and all that. So, anyway, thank you all for keeping us right on task. We appreciate that. So, Coach, let's do this now. We're gonna go down the field here, and we're going to start off right here. Say your name. Say a little bit about yourself. Don't be shy. Have a little fun. And here we go.
Hi, my name is Callie Walk. I'm a freshman, and I play shortstop.
Hi, my name is Abby Aguilard. I'm a pitcher infielder, and I'm a sophomore.
Hello, my name's Ava Leray, and I'm a sophomore, and I play outfield.
I'm Cassidy Swess. I'm a sophomore. I'm a catcher, but currently a DH.
I'm Bella Marciani. I'm a sophomore, and I play first base.
I'm Lexi Mathern. I'm a sophomore, and I play third base.
Wait, hold it right there. How many home runs you said you had? 13. And what's your position?
Third.
I want to make sure before I forgot that I got the home runs. Okay, keep going.
My name's Lauren. I'm a junior, and I pitch.
I'm Hayes Rutledge. I'm a junior. I catch, and they call me the Wolf.
My name's Molly Petrie. I'm a sophomore, and I play outfield.
My name's Ella Oquin. I'm a sophomore and play outfield.
My name's Caroline Morton. I'm an outfielder, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Molly Goday. I play outfield, and I'm in 8th grade.
I'm Michaelin Langston, and I play outfield. I'm in 8th grade.
I'm Kinsey Arthur. I play infield, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Megan Bodway. I'm a freshman.
I'm Claire Clayman. I'm a freshman, and I play outfield.
I'm Aaliyah. I'm a freshman, and I play outfield.
All right, let's come back to the first seat. Jay, y'all picking it up real good in there? All right, I want to make sure I don't hear it on my IFB. That's why I was that. All right, how many home runs did you hit this year?
I've had 13 home runs.
13 home runs. Wow, congratulations. All right, now pass the mic to our MVP over here. Tell me what that was like to win the MVP of the game, the tournament, the state.
It was good.
Yeah. Was it something you expected?
Not really.
So, but when they called your name, how'd you feel?
I was really surprised, but I was also happy, and
All right.
that's it.
I know it's like pulling teeth over here. All right, who's the team clown? That's wait, let's see this a little bit before. Okay, we're gonna watch this as they call you up, and there you go. There you go. All right, that's a moment in time, right? This is our angle of it, our camera.
And there's that smile.
There you go. Picking it up, huh? Well, I'm glad your uniform was a little dirty. At least that shows you were getting into it, right? And this is the team shot right here. This is when the team gets to run over who's ever holding the trophy. And there y'all go. You know, many times over the years, I have seen that shot with different young ladies, and it never gets old. Let me tell you. There's y'all photo op right there. And of course, we had Jason Serenier and Dwayne Dupre there. And Coach, it had to be a great feel. We're going to come back to y'all. We're not letting y'all off the hook yet. So, Coach, how's that feel when you're watching that over and over, the team running to get that trophy?
Incredible.
Yeah.
It's an incredible feeling, and it's one that you never get tired of seeing, never get tired of feeling.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Now, I told them in the green room, I have a little running bet with all the schools. Some take me up on it, and some, I don't know why they don't, but they should. When you win state, you get a steak dinner. And we brought the Vanderbilt girls basketball team up. They had a steak dinner, and they sang karaoke. I'm hoping the softball team sings a little bit better than the basketball team.
We're really good.
And I say that in fun. They did a good job upstairs and well deserving. But, you know, how were you able, you said inside you were a ball of nerves. Most coaches are. I can remember back to Coach Albert and DeMargaret. They may have looked poised on the sideline. They were not. That the coaches go through more pressure than the players because the players are out there playing. How do you manage that?
One play at a time. Because we as coaches, and I had two really good assistant coaches this year, and I give all the credit to both of them, Margaret Johnson and Bree Aguilar. But what we tried to do is we didn't hold back. If there was something happening on the field that we did not like, we coached them up right there. We tell them when they come off on the side, we right there in their face, and we're talking to them, we're telling them. And so I think with that relieved some of that frustration that you have in certain situations. You know, I think the one game we left, in that particular game, I believe we left 8 or 9 people on base and just could not get that one hit. And, you know, not that we wasn't trying, and not that they're not trying to get that hit, but, you know, you're just preaching to them, keep your nose on the ball so you can see the ball leave the bat. And then when you see them swing and they turn their head and they come back, you know, you just get frustrated. And so, you know, they see that, then they step it up the next time. I think Ava was one. I walked up and I said, all right, I'm done with this. You done with this? I said, you got this? Can you start this inning off? And she does, starts it off, gets a rally back, and we score 4 runs that inning. Remember that conversation? Yep.
Yeah.
And so, yes.
Well, there you go. Let's take another break. We're going to come back. We'll talk more with the young ladies of Vanderbilt Catholic High School. They are the winners again of the state championship. We'll be back.
Stay tuned for more Bayou Time Sports, brought to you by Terrible General Health System, Community Sports Institute, Barker Honda, and Barker Kia.
All right, we're back talking with the Vanderbilt head coach, James Spearman, of the state champion girls softball team. They're all in here. They're getting used to sitting in here. And, Coach, let's talk about your pitching. Talk about your pitchers that are here today, and they're going to be back. So, you know, the bullseye's on them now because everybody last year and this year wants to dethrone the champs, so they're going to have to work extra hard.
They do. You know, our season never really ends as a pitcher. You know, as soon as the season stops, we'll give them a little break, but then we'll pitch throughout the summer. We'll set goals, what we want to achieve beyond, because we want to get better every year. Start with Lauren Baudouin. She wound up with 230 strikeouts this year, and she's 24-1 And so she's got a lot of pitches, a lot of control of it, changes her speeds really well. And so she set some goals with me that we decided that we're going to go after and try to make that happen. So we're going to do it during the off season. So next year she comes back, it's not the same Lauren. It's going to be they're going to be facing a different Lauren.
So let me ask Lauren. Lauren, you're throwing. How fast was Lauren throwing this year? About you said 63.
Yes, sir.
All right. What's your best pitch in your opinion?
My best pitch, like movement wise, probably my rise ball or my off speed curve.
Okay. And so and you're a junior.
Yes, sir.
All right. So from a junior to a senior, that you can get stronger.
Absolutely.
She's going to be tough next year.
There's no doubt.
If she sticks to the program, right?
And she's committed to Nichols
Yeah.
already, so she'll be on there. And then the next pitcher is Abby Aguilar.
All right, let's move that microphone down if we can. There you go.
And Abby, of course, in my opinion, we have the best dual pitching staff around. She really throws the ball. She moves the ball well also. And if Lauren ever gets in trouble or if I want to start her in a game, I don't feel like I'll lose a whole lot. I can just step it up and make it happen. She's got a good curve. She's got a good drop, good screwball. She's got a good off-speed pitch. Rise ball is there. She's it's just a little bit off and on right now, but this summer that's one of our goals. We're going to work until we perfect that rise, and we can throw it low or high on command.
All right. So Miss Aguilar, how do you feel? What calms you down when you're on the mound?
Really just taking a deep breath and knowing that I have done this before, and just it's like every other situation.
Right. I want y'all when y'all get back and y'all on your computers to look up the vagus nerve. Everybody has one, and it's what you need to control to make you calm in very tense situations. So do some homework, look up the vagus nerve and how you calm the vagus nerve down, and you'll see what it's all about. All right, last picture here on the end, and I'll let you talk a little bit about
We
it.
got Callie Walk. Callie Walk is a freshman, and her speed is about 62 miles an hour. And Callie's got a good curveball. She's got a really good screwball, good off-speed pitch. And she is developing her rise ball as we speak. Callie is just a baller. She's a dog. She comes to every day she comes to practice. She comes to work and never complains. If I ask her she'll walk up and say, do I need to warm up today? If I say yes or no, she just turns and she doesn't. It doesn't matter.
Wow, cool deal. Now, who is the team? Let's get over there. Keep that shot, Jay. Who's the team clown? Way on the end? Pass that mic over here. You were the team clown last year, I think, right? So you have sustained the title of the team clown. Are you the one that keeps everybody loose?
Yes.
And so what's your classification? You're a junior?
I'm a junior.
All right. And how do you feel? That comes natural, keeping everybody loose?
Yes. I'm the star of the TikToks, and I'm a really good singer.
Who's the serious one on the team?
Probably Lauren.
Lauren's the serious one? Raise your hand, Lauren, so the audience sees you. There you go. You the serious one? You the one focused? You the one keeping everybody in check? All right. All right. So look, we're about out of time, but I want to congratulate you all. We're going to arrange a night upstairs. You get a steak dinner, and you get to sing karaoke after. And we're going to arrange that with your coach. Y'all have earned a steak dinner, so we look forward to having y'all up there. Congratulations, and I hope we see y'all again next year. Keep the streak going, all right? Y'all look at the camera, clap for yourselves.
Like this
All
way.
right. Coach Spearman, thank you for coming. We appreciate it.
Thank you. And I'd like to thank all the parents this year as well.
All
And,
right.
and the Vanderbilt admin.
There you go. Stay champs.
Winger up here.
We'll see you soon.
To select softball most outstanding player as selected by the working media. The award goes to number 24, Lexi Mazon. And now, your 2025 LHSAA Softball State Championship Trophy for Division II Select, Vanderbilt Catholic.
This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.